set up an Airbnb business and how to start making money so you can become a cash flow king master. Follow me into the room. Look what I have set up for you right here. Look, I got the big whiteboard right here. A bro's coming up. Look at that house. We're gonna talk about this house setup here. From A to Z, how to set up an Airbnb business so you can start cash flowing. Look at this big whiteboard. No more the little whiteboard nonsense. A brother's coming up. Next, I'm gonna get the Samsung TV. Everybody says, man, you need a bigger whiteboard. You need this. Guess what? I got it right here. I have the big whiteboard. I'm gonna talk about what's inside of this house and how it's important to establish an Airbnb business so that the walls don't come crumbling down. Let's dive into it, gang. Stick around with me. You should be super excited to start an Airbnb business. Let's go. Let's dive in. Hey, how'd you like that intro? Was it fire? Hey, speaking of fire, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend Airbnb Takeover with Chris Thomas. I'm telling you, it's the new version. It's Airbnb 2.0. Enough of that vanilla, boring stuff. I'm going to be dropping fire content about how to dominate rental arbitrage. Not only am I going to talk about Airbnb, I'm going to talk about my sports cars and how I rent out my sports cars and I don't pay a dime for them. But for this particular video, I'm going to show you how to set up an Airbnb 1 through 7. Okay? If you know a little bit about me and how I got started, let me just give you a little summary. I started with absolutely nothing, living on my grandma's couch, roach-infested couch, broke, negative bank accounts, no credit, absolutely devastated in life. I didn't let that stop me, and guess what? I know you're not going to let it stop you because you're bigger than that. I started a property management company where I would charge people every single month to manage their unit, and I would establish their unit, and they would give me cash flow every month that I would then reinvest back into more units for them. Enough about me. This is about you. How is this important to you? All right? I'm going to talk about 7 big things you need and what I did to start a business where you can live a life of abundance and success. All right, so you're probably wondering, why did I put set up business at the bottom of a house? Gang, if the foundation isn't right, nothing is right. Come on, we know that. If the soil and the roots are all rotten, this house is going to become crumbling down. And we don't want that for our business, and you don't want that because that's what we call risk. And most of us, we don't want to risk our money. We want to make sure we get our money back. So I'm here to maximize that opportunity to make sure you get that money back. How do you like my house? Is it pretty? Is it cute? Hopefully you like it. Hey, I'm going to take off side of the house real quick. It's a little bit demo here. All right, a little demolition, Chris Thomas demolition there. All right, we're going to talk about number 1, setting up a business. There's 3 most important things you need right now to set up an Airbnb business. Number 1 is a legal entity, okay? I recommend an LLC for taxes, man. You don't want to be dropping no 40% taxes on an Airbnb business, dude. Your first 1 to 3 Airbnbs, that's okay. You can do it in your personal name. I recommend that. But just let the owner or the property manager know. Don't be a slime ball and try to do Airbnbs behind their back because you're going to get the kick. You'll get kicked out. I'm telling you right now, don't do none of the slime ball stuff in this type of business, man. These people deal with big time attorneys and will crush you. Okay, I'm telling you now. All right. One of my students, that's what he dealt with. He wanted to be sneaky. He set up an Airbnb business. They gave him a 90-day notice and they tried to hit him with some legality stuff because he was making them rent, making money on top of the rent that he was paying. All right, creating an LLC. I'm not an attorney, but I do recommend an LLC because you pay less taxes. The tax rate in your city, in your state, whatever, I don't know what they might be, but I highly recommend, number 1, why do I recommend an LLC? Why? Number 1, protection. If they come after you, they're coming after the entity. And number 2, you keep money, all right? You keep more money, all right? More money. Less taxes, right? Uncle Sam's not trying to say, where's the pocketbook at, right? All right? The second thing you need, and which is super important. Oh man, I should have put, give me a second, guys. The second thing you need here is you need to get a relationship with an attorney and an accountant. Okay? Attorney and an accountant. Why? This guy will protect you if those dudes do come after you, and this guy will help you save more money. What I highly recommend is that you find a real estate attorney and a real estate accountant. All right? Who understand your business. Okay? It's very simple. Ask somebody who's in the short-term rental business about their attorney and their accountant, and that's how you know if they're for real. All right? Number 3, a bank account. Man, come on, you need to get paid, right? Bank. Who are you going to bank with? All right? Because when you start getting bigger and you start getting scale, okay, one thing's going to happen is that this bank right here, property managers are going to start to ask you, let me see that cash flow. Let me see that money. And this is going to benefit you. Why? I'm going to tell you real quick. The more money you have, the less problems you have. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? Whoever said that money doesn't make you happy doesn't have any, okay? I'm telling you right now, money rules this game. Real estate doesn't talk back to us, okay, gang? When you talk to these property managers, when you're dropping like 20 to 40 units at a time, they don't care about your mouth. They care about what's in the bank account, all right? Set up a bank, all right? LLC for your protection, attorney and accountant, and a bank account. First 3 things, okay? Another thing you need is to set up an Airbnb account. Set up an Airbnb account, Airbnb, VRBO, and they call it Verbo, and guess what? These go to other sites, okay? These go to like HomeAway, they go to Expedia, and all Expedia's partners, because they dominate. Expedia's dope, I love them. All right, number 2, we got that out of the way. That's number 1 for setting up your business, because we have to make sure that that foundation is litty, right? Dream team. Come on, man. Your only success, your amount of success is based on the people that you associate with. Don't hang out with the bums, all right? Hang out with good people. For this type of business, you need major team, okay? What you need is you need to build relationships with prop managers, okay? Property managers, gang. Realtors, because realtors have access to units, okay? Realtors, all right? Another one, and most people don't even know this, maids, right? You need relationships with maid and maintenance men. These people are going to keep your place clean. When you have the first couple units, you're going to be cleaning your place and taking care of your place, okay? Which is cool. And I'm going to repeat myself one more time. There's another person that you need to add to your team. That's an attorney and an accountant. I'm going to repeat myself. This is important. You need to start building relationships. Go to meetups, networking groups, meet these people, start building relationships. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to build a business at scale where you're at 100 units. That's my goal for you. Trust me, when you're playing at that level, when you're acquiring 20 to 40 units at a time, you're going to understand the feeling, right? All right. So now we got the dream team. Number 2, we're building a dream team, all right? Don't be trying to do the side hustle thing. That's whack. Research, all right? Now we have to start researching properties, okay? One place I recommend, I'm going to get this out of the way early. You can use Airbnb's platform, but that's limited. You can use Verbo. You can use HomeAway. One place that I recommend for everyone, Airbnb. Oh, man. This site right here, if I can recommend any investment and to know if you're going to make money in your market, is these bad boys here. This site kicks ass, man. Kicks ass when it comes to data for vacation rental sites. AirDNA is the godfather, okay? This is the number 1. I highly recommend you invest in that, okay? So you can less your risk aversion. The less risk you have is to know the data. You want to know how good something is? Find the data, okay? That's software stuff right there. Research. You can research on Airbnb. If you don't have that, okay? And you can do Verbo, all right? All right? And the purpose of this, okay? The purpose of this is to do your research, is to know how much money you need to get started, okay? Once you start going and finding out the research to know how much you're going to get paid, now you can start finding the units to know how much you need to put down. And that's why I got find units right there, gang. You're going to be excited about this one. So when you start finding the units, that being on Craigslist, because that's how you know people are desperate, all right? Apartments.com. You can go to realty sites. You can try what's a good one? Zillow. You can try Zillow. Okay, look at apartments. Apartments.com, Craigslist, Zillow, where you can start finding the units. What you need to get started in this business. How much capital do you need? Most people are waiting. Chris, just give me the good stuff, right? Give me the money. What you need is about $2K to $3,500, okay? To get started. Why is it that much? You got rent, okay? Rent, all right? Deposit, okay? And then you got furniture. Okay, we don't have to get too complicated. This business is not complicated at all. Okay? Now, since we did our research, you see the mountaintop here? We did our research. We found our unit. We're about to list our unit. What I recommend is when you first start your Airbnb business, do not try to be competitive with people who have reviews. That is the dumbest thing you can do. Okay? Do not do that. Make yours a little bit less. Okay? Listen, man, most people are greedy. I want my return on investment right now. No, you need reviews, okay? In software and in sales, we call that a trial. So when you list your property, first thing you do is price-wise, let me get my big green right here. I love this one here. When you get this big greenery and you got your property, you list it, right? You reached the owner, you said, hey, I'm about to list this on Airbnb. You got your first unit, yay, you're stoked. Price point, man, this is important. Do not try to be competitive. No comp. Do it less by like $5 to $7. It's important, guys. Trust me, gang. Don't be that guy who tries to go when a listing. I'm in San Diego. Listings are about $147 a night. One thing that fails every time is that if you go out there and you try to do a listing for $147 a night, you're going to get crushed. Why? Number one, reviews. You know why? Because that's social proof. People care about the reviews. And if you don't have none and you just have a new listing, people are expecting a discount. All right? It's just human nature. I get it. List your property on Airbnb and VRBO. VRBO goes to all its partner sites. Is this too crammed up for you? Hey, hopefully my words have done me justice. Airbnb and VRBO. All right? Now I'm going to give you guys a golden nugget. It's called SEO, Search Engine Optimization. If you're completely living under a rock, I'm pretty sure you know what that means, right? Increase bookings by SEO. How are we going to do this? Modify the price daily. Okay? Modify the price daily. Continue to update pics. Okay? And the number one thing in this business is all about reputation. If your listing has bad reviews and you're bad at customer service and you have a snob attitude, I highly recommend you find somebody who has a great attitude and that loves people and loves customer service. Because this business is about reputation. If your attitude is crappy on Airbnb and you're responding to people 7 hours later, response rate, okay? Respond quickly. Quickly. I'm talking about 5 to 7 minutes. If you can't do that, there's a site called Guesty that'll do it for you. Guesty.com. We'll put it big right here. G-U-S-U-S-T-Y. Hey, I'm going to drop Guesty down below so that you can go to it and you should subscribe and they'll do your customer service for you. All right, so you probably guessed it. What did I leave for last? Automation, the work that you don't need to do. I left that for absolutely last. That is for all this stuff called pricing it daily, updating pics, responding to guests, putting your site on multiple places. Automation, you can hire a VA to do all that through Fiverr, okay? Or Upwork, okay? Or reach out to us, we do that as well, where we can do all your customer service, your maintenance everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at. You can be Bahrain, Bolivia, or you can be in Puerto Rico. You can be chilling in Costa Rica with your margarita. And guess what? We'll do it for you. All right, gang. Pretty simple. All right. I gave you guys some golden nuggets today. My only ask is this, okay? Everything that you're thinking of, okay, about the risk and not be able to pay the rent. The way you less your risk is by doing your research. Okay? Do not skip this step. Do not skip the step. Okay? I highly recommend you invest in AirDNA. okay? Do not skip the research, okay? And that is the most important part that will give you a peace of mind, okay? It's about $2K to $3,500 to get started with the Airbnb business. No real estate I have ever heard of, except somebody trying to sell you a course. I have one too, okay? That is going to come out with $2 to $3,500. Usually traditional real estate, you need about $10,000 to $50,000 minimum to get started on a unit that might cash flow, depending on your HOA fees, $300 to $500 a month. Making $1,100 average a month is what my properties do. Nuts, right? I'm in California. I'm in San Diego, where the beaches be. My units right here, they make about $1,100 to about $1,500 a month, right? Crazy, right? Trust me, gang. I was a guy living on a couch. Negative bank accounts. What's stopping you? If you have some capital to work with and you can dive into something like this opportunity is revolutionary. And I'm telling you, you're going to absolutely crush it with this. Get started today. Hopefully that's helped you. Set up your business. Build your dream team. Do the research. Find properties. List your property. Okay? Optimize your property every day by responding to guests instantly. And last but not least, find somebody to do this work for you. If you don't want to do it yourself, by finding a VA, heck, hire my team to do it. We'll do it for you. We'll run the whole thing for you. That's the camp. Check it out. It's now your time to go out there and kick ass with Airbnb. You already know what it is. You already know who it is. My only ask and my last ask is this. If this has been value to you, share this with a friend and family. Okay? Drop the comment below. And I highly recommend you stick around with me because I'm about to drop fire content. It's now 2020 and let's go. Airbnb, dynamic.